Authority, IPOA, now says it faces a lot of challenges when conducting investigation against the police officers.
Now, IPOA detailed these challenges when its chairperson, Anne Makori, appeared before the National Dialogue Committee, with Makori insisting that police officers cover for their fellow colleagues. Here is Mike Kagongo with the details.
Aid of civilian authority.
On its fourth day of receiving memoranda from Kenyans, the National Dialogue Committee placed a strong focus on understanding how the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, was conducting its investigations, particularly in cases where police were allegedly involved in more than 50 deaths during anti-government protests.
One, the issue is that we don't have constitutional or statutory powers to do the same. We are requesting that as a constitutional issue, that you consider recommending expansion of IPOA mandate constitutionally or even by statute to cover these other services as long as they're carrying out security services within our territories.
We've increased the number of files that are with the DPP. We found about 60 files in courts. We've moved that number to 170.
Led by Chairperson Anne Makori, IPOA expressed its concerns about the challenges they faced, trying to obtain concrete information from the police regarding the behavior of fellow officers. IPOA has recommended that the National Dialogue Committee take steps that will ensure that the independence of the forensic laboratory, which is housed inside the DCI headquarters, is made independent to reduce police influence.
Then IPOA is limited. We follow up the issues, then we find probably something was committed by somebody who is not necessarily a police officer in the way we know it at the NPS, and therefore our ability then to that extent gets challenged.
IPOA disclosed that the police occasionally manipulated the reports provided to them in order to favor the officers they were investigating, which had a negative impact on their performance. A total of 57 deaths have reportedly been officially reported during the anti-government protests that shook the nation between March and July 2023, according to IPOA, which has received a total of 237 complaints. In order to prevent delays in the administration of justice, the authority argued with the NDC to grant them prosecutorial authority as well.
And we continue doing our investigations and forwarding our recommendations there. That's why we were asking for prosecutorial powers.
So, Waiganjo?
Yes.
Some of those files can stay there forever?
Yes.
In theory?
Sometimes in theory, they will stay there forever. Sometimes when they go to court, they'll be withdrawn without reference to the Independent Policing Oversight.
Meanwhile, the Wajir Leaders Forum presented a proposal to the NDC suggesting that the Wajir South be transformed into a new county. Now, with entrenching political party funds into the constitution, the cost of living and establishment of office of the opposition leader being the bone of contention in these talks, the committee will be keen in making sure whether the country will be back to the referendum, with many groups proposing the amendment of the constitution through the referendum. Mike Kagongo, TV 47. Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mike, for that. Now, tonight.